Hi, and welcome to tonight's event. We've had a few technical difficulties because 2020 has given us all lots of technical difficulties. And we've gone ahead and just posted the video for you here tonight to begin at any point. We've added some slides at the beginning so that you'll have time to get situated, but you can also fast forward and get to the main event. You'll see a slide that says welcome, and that's where our main presentation begins. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful evening. Hello, and welcome to the 2020 edition of Bountiful Harvest. My name is Bess Rose, and as one of the co-chairs of the event, it will be my pleasure to be your host for the evening. This is our biggest fundraising event each year for the Friends of the Lighthouse, and that's because of you. In a year of challenges and uncertainty, you've once again shown up and found a way to support the amazing Annapolis Lighthouse Homeless Prevention Support Center. We hope to spend the next 30 minutes bringing you updates, celebrations, and even a few more fundraisers as we reflect on the strength and hope that the people and programs of the Lighthouse bring to our community. I'd like to now introduce Beth Rocca for a look at how the Bistro is continuing to serve our community one delicious meal at a time. Beth?
Hello, my name is Beth Rocca, and I'm the director of the Lighthouse Bistro Social Enterprise. At the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis, we were mandated to close our dining room, but we quickly pivoted our focus to what was needed for our community and for the Lighthouse. We've integrated our social enterprise training into feeding our community during the pandemic. We're offering a drive-up pantry twice a week and providing up to 500 people much needed fresh produce, groceries, and family meals. In addition, non-perishable snacks, sandwiches, and water are provided in our daily walk-up pantry. We're giving away an average of 100 sandwiches per day. We're also cooking and individually packaging 1,100 meals a week, and they are being delivered to various sites all over the county. Through this crisis, we have formed some great partnerships, and we've been able to help many, many people. Since our focus has changed, the bistro has limited options available to the public. Our dining room remains closed, but our full catering menu is available. You can always stay up to date with what we're doing by visiting our website at lighthousebistro.org. None of this would be possible without you. Your support of the Lighthouse and the work we do means the world to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Beth, and thanks to everyone at the Bistro who provided our gourmet meals for dinner tonight. Don't forget to head to the Bistro website for information on how you can place your holiday catering orders. Many of you have already been participating online via our bidding website throughout this week, and you still have until 9 p.m. tonight to get those bids in for the silent auction. But you only have until 8:30 p.m. to go to the site for our biggest prizes of the night. Let's take a look now at our live auction items and start that bidding.
We can't be together for big celebrations right now, but with the Bistro and Beverages package, you can have a fantastic night with your closest friends. Let the Lighthouse Bistro design the perfect appetizer spread for your small gathering. Your menu will be designed for 20 guests and delivered directly to your home so you can relax and enjoy your evening with friends. Then, customize your beverages with $300 worth of your choice of fine wines and spirits from Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits. Cheers to you and your friends. It's getting cold outside, but our Warm for the Winter package will be a treat for your whole family. Your Solo Yukon allows you to make the biggest, baddest flame out there and stay warm outdoors throughout the winter. You'll entertain family and friends with this Yukon Plus stand bundle, and you'll never have to worry about damaging your wood deck. Also, enjoy these 2 bottles of Galloway Bay Irish eggnog, which are sure to keep you warm during the winter months. Everyone will be happy while you roast delicious s'mores and sip eggnog with your new fire pit. The package also includes telescoping reusable roasting sticks, marshmallows, graham crackers, chocolate, and more. You'll be sure to impress the whole family with this winter treat. Our Bourbon and Bling package is sure to make you happy inside and out. Zachary's Jewelers has outdone themselves with these stunning diamond hoops. You'll sparkle day or night while wearing these 14-karat white gold earrings with a total carat weight of 0.62 carats. The retail value of these blinging beauties is $1,990, generously donated by Zachary's Jewelers. In addition, Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits brings us this delicious bottle of Woodford Reserve Double Oak Bourbon, which is twice barreled to create a rich and colorful flavor with sweet oak character. Pick up this elegant pair that is guaranteed to make everyone in the house happy.
If you'd like to bid on those amazing packages, please visit our bidding website listed below and get involved fast. The live auction ends at 8:30 p.m. Also, a reminder that we'll be drawing the winner of the Peloton raffle during our 9 p.m. team trivia event, and we'll also post that announcement of the winner to our Facebook page in case you're not joining us for trivia. One of the most impressive services the Lighthouse provides is an opportunity for community members to gain education, training, and support in finding employment. I'd like to turn it over to Erica Key Mohammed so she can share how the Lighthouse has been continuing to offer this support to Anne Arundel County residents. Erica?
Hello, my name is Erica Key Mohammed, and I am the Director of Employment, Partnerships, and Initiatives. Meaningful and sustainable employment is the key to creating and maintaining housing stability. Over the past decade, the Lighthouse has created a pipeline of employment programs to promote self-sufficiency and independence for people impacted by homelessness and poverty. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic and resulting limitations of in-person instruction, we shifted to a 100% virtual platform. This pandemic has changed our process, but not stopped us. We are able to get our clients certified faster, provide ongoing case management, and employment search. During the job search and after obtaining employment, our clients continue to receive assistance with transportation and other supportive services such as uniforms and personal safety items. By eliminating these barriers, our clients are able to stabilize their employment and are better prepared to succeed. Our employment programs are breaking the cycle of homelessness by getting our struggling neighbors back into the workforce so that they can have sustainable income they need to support themselves and their families.
Thank you, Erica, for that update and all your hard work. In a typical year, the Lighthouse serves over 2,000 community members in need. Due to the COVID-19 crisis, we anticipate serving at minimum 30% more community members than in a typical year. One of the most important ways the Lighthouse welcomes those neighbors is through our Safe Harbor Resource Center. Here with more information on that is Karen Williams. Karen?
Hi, I'm Karen Williams, the Director of Community Support and Diversion in the Safe Harbor Resource Center at the Lighthouse. As many of you know, we offer a shelter program here at the Lighthouse, which is a vital lifeline for many of our neighbors experiencing homelessness. But as an organization, we also believe that shelter should be a last resort and understand the importance of preventing homelessness by keeping people from losing their housing. Because of this, the last few years, we have been increasingly focused on providing prevention and diversion support through Safe Harbor. It's a dedicated space for us to serve neighbors who are unsheltered, chronically homeless, or at risk of homelessness. The assistance we provide through Safe Harbor is very wide-ranging and really depends on the individuals or families coming into our center. We provide case management, including help with eviction prevention, housing search, vital document recovery, and referrals to other community agencies for medical needs, addiction treatment, and mental health services. We offer free shower and laundry services daily, access to our food programs, clothing, tents, sleeping bags, and many, many other basic needs services. Since the start of the pandemic, we have seen a dramatic increase in our community members seeking our services due to this crisis. A number of individuals and families served through Safe Harbor these past few months were once secure in their income and their housing situations prior to the pandemic. But due to the many new and unprecedented hardships, they are now at risk of losing their housing, many for the first time ever. In fact, over 200 households at risk of losing their housing have been assisted through Safe Harbor since March, and we have been successfully preventing them from becoming homeless. We are doing all we can, but honestly, we are struggling to keep up with this increased demand. We're seeing firsthand this crisis is taking a huge toll on the most vulnerable members of our community. The additional stress that the pandemic has caused has understandably put a strain on the emotional well-being of our clients who are already dealing with many other threats to their stability, and many of which who are dealing with histories of trauma, such as struggles with addiction, abuse, medical issues, and more. The added trauma of losing your housing during a time like this, your job, your medical care, is heartbreaking. The services we are providing are directly working to relieve this trauma, and we hope all in our community who can support us will, because the need is great and we cannot do it without your support.
Thank you, Karen. Finding creative ways to continue to provide those crucial services during these challenging times is so important, and you are truly amazing. I'm going to give another quick plug here to head to the bidding website to get those winning bids in for our amazing auction items. And while you're bidding, I'd like to introduce Sarah Ryan, who will let us know how our community is still offering support even while access to the lighthouse is limited due to health and safety precautions. Sarah?
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Ryan and I am the Volunteer Programs Administrator at the Lighthouse. I'm also a proud former Friends of the Lighthouse board member and events coordinator. I want to extend a shout out and a huge thank you to all our Lighthouse volunteers. I and the entire staff at the Lighthouse are so grateful for your patience, dedication, and kind words of encouragement during this challenging time. I have received so many wonderful emails, and I continue to be amazed at your dedication to our mission. I would also like to say thank you to all our donors for all of the wonderful donations of masks and hand sanitizers that have kept our staff, our residents, and our community clients safe. For the warm clothing, including sweaters and coats donated during our sweater weather drive, for sleeping bags and tents, and lots of food for our pantry. Thank you for all these donations that help us to serve our most vulnerable neighbors. You are all wonderfully amazing. I know that it has been hard to be away, as so many of you have shared in your emails, but there are still ways you can be involved and show your support for the Lighthouse with a variety of off-site opportunities. These include our Unbagged Lunch program, our Share the Warmth drive, holiday wish lists, pantry drives, and even through participation at tonight's virtual event. Your involvement and support impacts and changes lives. Please visit our website for more information about current off-site opportunities or to sign up to participate. Thank you to the current Friends of the Lighthouse for your support through tonight's events and all your other annual events. Thank you again to all the donors and volunteers for your continued support and dedication. I hope everyone has lots of fun tonight and that you stay well, stay safe, and stay strong.
Thank you, Sarah. I've loved staying connected to the Lighthouse via your volunteer email updates, which I highly recommend subscribing to if anyone has not already signed up. We've heard from several members of our Lighthouse staff, but I know many of you miss seeing the warm, friendly faces of some of the hardest working people in town. Here's a quick video of some of the amazing people who work to keep the Lighthouse strong.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm
without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to the lady who works tirelessly to combat the many challenges the Lighthouse faces each year, but like so many, has really gone above and beyond this year to make sure the most vulnerable in our community are safe and provided for. Joanne?
Good evening. I'm Joanne Matson, Executive Director of the Lighthouse. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. And of course, thank you to the Friends of the Lighthouse for once again hosting their annual Bountiful Harvest event. Knowing that our community is behind us during this difficult time means the world to me and to our staff and clients. Right now, I want to take a moment to focus on our Lighthouse staff. I can't tell you how much heart, strength, and sheer dedication to our mission they have shown this year. The staff members I work with daily are truly an inspiration. They have put their whole hearts into getting our organization and clients through these troubled waters. Our staff have helped plan and implement countless adjustments to our operations while also dealing with the dramatic increase in demand for our programs and services. They have been the boots on the ground, providing comfort and relief to our neighbors struggling with homelessness, all the while coping with their own anxieties and difficulties associated with this crisis. They are truly heroes, and the Lighthouse is blessed to have such a strong team. As you just heard from many of these staff members, our services are more important than ever right now. Despite it all, our shelter program continues to provide safety and stability for our neighbors struggling with homelessness and continues to move these individuals and families out of shelter and into permanent housing. We have also, of course, continued to prevent many neighbors from even becoming homeless. Imagine the devastation just one family would go through, having to quickly pack up their belongings and have no safe place to sleep, cook a meal, and especially right now, even wash their hands or practice social distancing. As Karen mentioned earlier, our Safe Harbor Resource Center has prevented over 200 households from losing their housing since this crisis began and experiencing this devastation. Our Lighthouse staff are also continuing to provide food, showers, laundry, basic needs, case management, and helping many of our clients find their path to employment. What has enabled us to continue these life-saving services during this crisis has been our adaptability. But this adaptability is at risk if we do not raise enough unrestricted funding. Due to the COVID-19 crisis, we anticipate that we will serve at minimum 30% more clients than a typical year. We will do all we can to meet this need, but we simply cannot do it alone. Right now, we need supporters like you in our corner. As our fantastic best graduate, Shoshone, said in her video, the Lighthouse just does not stop working for those who need it most. And we hope you will continue to be a part of our Lighthouse family by supporting us in any way you can. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe and have a wonderful time tonight.
Because Joanne gave me permission to have fun, I'd like to ask you to join me in quickly toasting to Joanne and her staff for their accomplishments this year. With more challenges and more need, they never slowed or stressed, but have kept going every day, and because of that, our community is better for it. Cheers to all you've done. One of the biggest programmatic changes this year was shifting our best job training programs to a virtual format. With this shift, though, there's the upside that student capacity has been able to increase by 39%, and the training model can be accelerated. We're very fortunate tonight to be joined by Shoshone, who graduated in September from our new Best Job Readiness program. Shoshone has overcome incredible odds. She has worked hard through her addiction recovery, is a house manager at her sober living facility, and was an all-star student during her time in the BEST program. She was dedicated to the program, and we are so proud of the path she has made for herself. Thanks for joining us, Shoshone.
My name is Shoshone. I go by Shoni. I'm a recent graduate of the Best Job Readiness program that I absolutely loved. I've been out of work for a little over a whole year, which was it was devastating to me. And then I just wanted to put myself out there, give myself a chance, take it one day at a time. And that's what I did. And with the best program, I'm now employed. I would like to say that I don't think that where I was in that moment, I don't think I would have been able to put myself out there. Like, I didn't care about getting a job. I wanted one, but I didn't care because I felt like, okay, I got a background that it's not horrible, but I have something on it. Where I'm at right now, as far as living. And then I was like, you know what? I have some potential, and I put it to work. And the job readiness program helped with rebuilding my resume. They were able to just help me make it look or sound more professional, and really tackle my strengths when it comes to working, and what type of person I am. Whenever I went to the Giant interview, the manager, he even asked, he was like, wow, you seem like you've just done this before. You're so comfortable. And I said, well, to be honest, I just took a class. But I mentioned that I did the program and how I love the program because there's these are life things. Like, you're going to run into all types of situations when it comes to jobs. And for me, what really got me was the group we did on effective communication. I just love that because I'm also a house manager here at Chrysalis House. I just like the fact that that was taught and it was effective communication in the workplace, but you can take it everywhere you go. And I live by that. I even preach it here, like when something's going on, okay, no, we need effective communication. And Michaela and Melanie, they were great. We did mock interviews, taught us how to dress, and it's things that are common sense, but not everybody has had that chance to learn that, or get the experience. Or I'm a person, if you ask me what my strengths and weaknesses are because of my past, I really don't know how to answer that question. And now I'm okay. I can answer that question. And that's something I've struggled with for years. So I love the best program. I do. Everything they do, I absolutely love. And that's my first time experience with them. Even when you're done with the particular program through the Lighthouse, they do not stop working for you. And that I love. And I say that because I've been having issues as far as getting my license and trying to figure that out. But the fact that they don't stop working for you is amazing to me. They don't just leave you hanging, give you the knowledge, and then boom, disappear. They really stick by you, and they want to know what's going on in your life even after you've graduated their program. I'd like to thank all of the volunteers, all of the supporters of the Lighthouse program. I just love them. The program really helps individuals just who are out here struggling, and I believe that with your continued support that the success rate as far as employment or any other programs you guys offer will increase. So thank you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to do the program and be successful. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Shoni, for taking the time to share your kind words and insight, and congrats on all your successes. As Shoni mentioned, these programs are vital, but they need our support to continue. Through your gifts each year, we're able to provide housing solutions, employment services, and social services. We usually have a very energetic gentleman who will jump around and make noises to get you on your feet and raising your paddles for this moment. If not for health guidelines, I'd find a way to be knocking on each of your doors right now just to do that. So instead, I'll ask each of you to turn to your neighbor, give them an encouraging smile or hug. Take a moment of thankfulness and encourage them to share what they can tonight with the Lighthouse. As you log back in to our online bidding website and scroll to the bottom of the page to find the reverse auction portion, I'd like to highlight just a few ways that our generous gifts could contribute to making our community stronger via support for the Lighthouse. A gift to the Lighthouse of $10,000 ensures that 5 families in the emergency residential program have a safe space and wraparound care for 2 months. These funds cover expenses such as a secure and comfortable apartment, meals, clothing, case management, workforce development resources, and programs specifically directed to parents and children coming out of crisis. A $5,000 gift makes it possible for one resident to transition from the Lighthouse to one of our supportive houses for an entire year. Funds cover rental expenses, moving expenses, and supportive services and case management. $2,500 covers the cost of providing comprehensive case management to 25 clients in the Safe Harbor Resource Center, moving community members who are homeless or at risk of homelessness towards stability. Funds directly support individuals and families who are struggling to stay in their homes, make ends meet, keep their lights, heat, water, or other utilities from being shut off during this crisis. $1,000 covers job training and employment skills for one of our employment training students, a one-time donation that lasts a lifetime. With $500, the Lighthouse can provide mental health and clinical services to over 10 clients. This is a life-saving service that keeps our programs running strong and hope alive. $250 guarantees that our Lighthouse residents have access to fresh, perishable food items that are essential to healthy, well-balanced diets, ensuring that our Lighthouse residents and other food-insecure individuals, families, and children in our community have the nutritious food they need is a vital part of our caring for our neighbors. Your gift of $100 will continue to allow us to adapt to the costly cleaning expenses, PPE, shared space alterations, and much more that is needed to adhere to the highest standards set by the CDC and Department of Health. Every gift is precious to us, and I want to thank you all for your support throughout the year, whether that be via a direct gift to the Lighthouse, by participating in one of our Friends of the Lighthouse events, by enjoying a meal from the bistro, or by volunteering and giving the gift of your time. The Lighthouse is a community treasure, and we realize that the entire community shares in our successes. That brings us near to the end of our broadcast for tonight. I hope you were able to join your family in a delicious meal from the bistro and that you've drank the appropriate amount of your personal bottle of wine to be prepared for our trivia competition at 9 p.m. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors who helped make this night a success before it even begins. Thank you, Hannon Armstrong, Anna Rundle Dermatology, Annapolis Subaru, HM2 Buck for Hope Foundation, DeVere Insulation, Comcast NBC Universal, Heller Electric Company, Nancy and Lon Slapika, Manis Canning and Associates, John Voss Family Foundation, the Matt Weibel Team, Rifkin Wiener and Livingston, Kitsy and Jerry Castro, Lynn and Sean Looney, Karen and Carter Morris. And thank you also to our Circle of Friends sponsors who support our organization year-round with their generosity. Thank you, Dr. Marita Riley, Stratwealth, the Blue Waters Foundation, the Geaton and Joanne DeCesaris Family Foundation, and Wendy and Jim McIntyre. We would also like to thank our many generous auctions owners. Our silent auction had raised over $6,000 before our program even began tonight. Thank you also to the Lighthouse staff, volunteers, and our event participants throughout the year. We raise a glass to you all once again. Cheers. And we'll see those of you who are up for it at the challenge, who are up for the challenge at Team Trivia at 9 p.m., where we'll be drawing our Peloton raffle winner, which we'll also announce on Facebook. Good night and stay safe.